The i530 is our newest offering in our player's distance iron category. So this is an iron that's going to be great for someone who needs help with more distance, more height. So the i530 is a hollow body construction. So it's basically a metal wood-like construction. We craft the face and the body very similarly how we craft our fairway wood. So it's a miraging steel face welded into a 17.4 body. Everything about this iron is to create thin transitions to enhance deflection. The more we can get the iron to bend, the more resultant ball speed we can get. So who this iron is for is really someone who needs to get a little bit more distance out of their game, but wants to be looking at a player style iron with premium detailing. When we're looking at delivering more distance to the consumer, we don't want to do it with sacrificing how the ball lands in the green. So a key metric we look at in this iron is stopping power. So how can we create equal or even more stopping power than our previous generation while delivering more distance? We do that via peak height. So if we can get the ball in the air via the way the iron flexes, we can create more peak height, which enables the ball to stop a little bit faster. The distance is truly in this iron via the construction method. So when we weld our miraging steel face, we make it as thin as possible. We weld it to a body that also has very thin transitions as well. Those together provide a lot of deflection, so the club is physically deflecting impact and resultant ball speed that will follow. Another key attribute of this design is lowering the CG. We took a fresh look at this iron on where the CG needs to be. CG across the board is about 10% lower than the i525 iron. And really the way in which we were able to do that is the aesthetic design. The back of the iron is a very clean milling texture. That's more for function than it is aesthetic. So basically lowering that center of gravity more in line with the average impact location for this consumer will result in a more efficient impact, less gearing, less twisting impact to result in more ball speed. So construction technique as well as more efficient impact results in more ball speed. Big thing with sound and feel in this iron is trying to take a i525 for the previous generation iron and try to enhance the feel and sound. It's really hard to decouple feel and sound. They are pretty much one and the same. We took a look at the vibrations of the club at impact, making sure we're dampening out unwanted vibrations. Our lower CG positioning also helps to reduce some of that twisting and geared in impact that people attribute as feeling worse and therefore have a hard time decoupling that from sound. The archetype of what we think is the i530 consumer is that player that has been a good player in the past, maybe is losing distance year over year, and this is a way to kind of reinvigorate their distance and love for the game in a way. But we also do feel like it's really great for someone that might need to combo that with some of our precision irons that are more precision focused, whereas this is definitely more distance focused. So you might see players put a 4 or 5 iron of this into play to combo with our i230 or Blueprint S shorter irons.